Hi everyone, how we doing? Hello, hello. We got a stream today. Well, we usually have a stream, don't we? How is everyone? Had a good weekend? Important question. Marty, where did you get that cat emote from? Is that from Illymation? Illymay cat dance? It's hecking adorable. I love that dancing cat. It's so cute. I love it so much. Anyway, hiya Wolfpaw, hello, hello. Hiya Sophie, hi Hydra, hi Moon Night Star. Welcome, my dude. Welcome to chat. Hello, hello. Hi Drawing Guy. Sam, what do you have to say? Hello, hello. Guess what? You gave us no you didn't you give us no resolution of what you were gonna say. Oh, we love the dancing dinos. Illymay darling. Oh, cool. And also the cute little pop Nemos from Mooning Star. They're all adorable. I love emotes. And hi the Bubbled. Welcome to chat as well. Hello, Witch, and hi Schlaumaus. How are everybody? How are doing? Oh, I keep knocking against my desk. I need to put my chair further down. Do we still knock? Yes, but not so severely. Hello. Hiya, Fossilized Creature as well. A bunch of new people in chat today. I get to see it when you guys type first time in chat. It pops up to me. How are we today? Have we had a good weekend? I've had a busy weekend, I tell ya. But it's nice to hang out on a Sunday evening for Europe. I guess it's still day for you guys. Speaking of evening, I actually quickly need to go and switch on my light because it was so bright just now with the sun coming in, but it's immediately gone away, so I can barely see. Be right back. And there we have light. Light. Did it say you were the first time chatter? No, it did not. Because why? Why would it say that you were the first time chatter? Because you're not, Sam. You've been here for so long. But you're a first time chatter. You know, look at the badge next to your name. It shows that you've been here for over 12 months. Never been to my stream before. Yeah, sure, Sam. What were you going to say, Sam? Guess what? We're still guessing. Or do you want me to guess what? I guess that there's a really awesome new live series happening in the next couple of weeks. Huh? Am I the first time chatting? Then yes, you are, Bubbled. You are definitely one of the peeps. There's a couple here. Welcome. It pops up for me as like a first time chat. There's a little star next to it. There's a really cool new live series happening in the next few weeks. That's what I'm guessing. It's called Everlife. And it's with all your favorite Everin community people. Yeah, in 2 weeks we've got a live series. Is that what Sam is talking about? Because Sam's a part of that. And I'm already very scared that Sam's going to murder us all. It'll either be Sam or Suntix. Your name begins with an S and I'm already running for the hills. Right, guys. I want to do some drawing today. I want to keep working on the animatic because there's so much still left to do. In fact, I do need to update what we've done in the meantime. All your favorite Everin community members and the general galaxy. Sam, how dare? Poor General. What did General ever do? I'll be the first time fan-made live series you'll watch. That's awesome to hear, my dude. Woo life indeed. We love life. Why would Sam not dare? Not dare for what? Sam not dare? Oh, the cute colourful hearts. We love colourful hearts. Yeah, we announced it on Thursday that, and it'll be in a Thursday in a week. So not next Thursday, but a Thursday in a week. You daren't. Oh. We love it. For those who didn't see, we have... Oh, I haven't updated my thing yet. I haven't opened Professional Streamer. I haven't opened all my programs yet. And then to share my screen. Will I stream it? That's the thing. We're going to stream We're gonna stream the entire process. I will stream my perspective. I think Sam will stream their perspective as well. So you can go and click on Sam Cask's name in chat and go give them a good follow. Because he'll be streaming as well. And I think Multi will be streaming. I don't know about others necessarily. I feel like Gushback would stream. But yeah, there's going to be a bunch of people streaming it, but there's also going to be people recording it and uploading it. So I'll give like a proper good amount of all the links that you need so you can watch your favorite person. But look, we got a logo. We did a logo thing. No, Birdie will. Koning said he will. Cool. I've got to make a full list. I kind of just read through the chat, but I think I need to make a comprehensive list and like with links and everything. We should do that. Watch everyone at the same time. Oh my gosh. Good luck. I just realized I've been nomming on like little like breadstick snacks all afternoon, and that's probably not a very good stream snack, so I apologize. Sunny as well, Sunny as well, and Zim. Wow, we love bees. We love bees here. The Void-Eye bees. Kind of got a new color palette as well. This is the first time I've redrawn the bee since the original bee that you can see up here in the corner. And also in chat that which witch is just sent. The Void-Eye bee. We had a bit of like a back and forth. So here's like a bit of a look behind the curtain, guys. We had a bit of a back and forth wondering what we should make the logo look like. And we chose this one. I chose it because I was very, like, my vote went to this one because I'm very nostalgic for this one. And we're going to be playing Last Life Rules. So basically, we decided on Last Life Rules because we thought that would be, like, the coolest thing to start off with. Where it's, like, a little bit more interesting than Third Life, but also, yeah. Because we want the boogeyman. We want distrust. Hiya, Lady Penrose. Hello, hello. But we also, I started off with this logo. Bee supremacy for sure. We started off with this logo, but I was not vibing with it. It was weird. So yeah. I prefer this logo in general, like this Life series logo stuff. But yeah. The bee in the heart, the purple heart because of Boogeyman. So that's what we had. Where's the music gone? Do we still have music? Yeah, it's just very quiet. Cutesy? Yeah. Hi, you fossilized creature. Thank you for the follow, my dude. I appreciate it. But, you were never a huge fan of the Secret Life font? Yeah. It's the one that they kind of went to be the official one. But, yeah, I prefer this font. And I don't know if it's because, like, they were making merch with it and they couldn't make merch with this. I actually found... Guys, if you ever... Hold on, let's click on this. If you ever want to find... Do I have it here? I don't think I do. If you ever want to, like, do your own, I found the text that they use. I found the font that they use. Yeah, it was only used for Secret Life. Yeah, they did, didn't they? True. Can't imagine what it would look like with Double Life rules. So we were wondering... You're dreading exam season right now? Dude, same. I've got a presentation on Thursday and exam on Friday. I've lost my train of thought. If you ever want to do like the Life series text, it's called Trash Hand. Like the font that they use for this, it's called Trash Hand, and you can just download it for free, online. So, yeah, Trash Hand is what it's called. I found that out. So if you guys ever want to do your stuff. Yum. Nommy. Num num num. Yeah, we love the knee deep in exam season. I think it is the cooler font. Like the Secret Life one just felt very like a kid's television show. Yeah. I'm sure they had a reason for it. But yeah. So I want to work on Animatic. Let's go. I'm gonna be completely frank with you guys. I have no idea where we left off. I can't remember. I think we drew this frame on stream last time, and you can see I still haven't done the hands for it. You'll start June 3rd. Revise everything and you've done nothing. Oh no. I've been studying today. We got stuck in a car park today, and so I was just on my phone looking at my cards, my exam cards. So yeah, we drew this frame last time, and I legit have no idea. Oh, hello. What I've done in the between time, because I've done a couple things. Because it's been 2 weeks. How many frames are in this animatic? 26, I think. Yeah, 26 drawings. Quizlet, your best friend. Dude, everyone sleeps on this one called Anki, A-N-K-I. It uses like an algorithm to show how often you, like how well you know it. Instead of it being like a yes or no thing, you could type where it's like, oh, I didn't know this well at all. This was hard. I knew this well. Or this was easy, right? So that's really a lot better for me, I think, instead of a hard yes or no. Because I can be like, I didn't remember everything there, or like I misspelt if it was vocabulary. So Anki, very good. They've got a free Android app, but otherwise you can do it on desktop, on like any kind of device, but you can also download an Apple app, but it costs like $20, just the Apple app. But I use it so often that I thought it was worth it, so you know. And it's like developed by just a student, I think, or who used to be a student and was like, this would be very good for people. Let's do it. So yeah, I think it's very cool. Like you can't approach anyone at my uni without talking about Anki with them. It's very good. Okay. I just pondered whether I should show you guys my Anki set just to nerd out about it, but that would just dox me because it's got the names of all my modules and all my lectures on it, so that's not happening. When you can study works for me is writing everything, every single piece of information on a long document. I see that. I learn well like that as well, but at the point where I'm at, it just takes far too long to do that kind of thing. So I literally just need to kind of stare at the lecture slides. It's a lot quicker. Yeah. I summarize by taking screenshots of lecture slides and like put them into bite-sized pieces in Anki. That's how I learn. And that's how I've been learning now. Hiya, Art Omelette. Hiya, Art Omelette. Yeah, I used to do summaries of everything, but there's just not time for it anymore. Okay, so I don't know what point we're at. I really, really don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of click through and kind of badly sing the song. Just imagine the song is playing in the background. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit because reasons. But yeah, I'm feeling my voice today, so it might not be great singing. Can't memorize by typing. Oh, on paper. Yeah, I'm very thankful that I've got my iPad. Because then I can take handwritten notes as well, which I find is a lot easier to memorize it with. So, I think I've added like a Clio body in the grass here, but I'm not too happy with it yet. It's a case of I don't really understand the perspective of it, I'm going to be honest. So maybe I'll just kind of like every now and again I'll come back to this and fumble around trying to draw dead bodies at an angle in tall grass until I can do it right. Yeah. So we've got the song that we're doing it to. If you don't know what the song is, do ! Song in chat. It doesn't seem to work for Sam, but everyone else should be fine. And you'll find out all the information to the song that we're doing this Double Life Pearl and Scott Animatic to. Is it because we lost your voice? So it goes, please, please, please prove I'm right. And then please, please. It still doesn't work, Sam. Oh man. Is it the Australian ping? I don't know. Please don't bring me to tears when I just did my makeup so nice. Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. I don't like this frame. I drew this frame like really tired or while we were watching Jumanji, and I don't like how these two came out, so I think I'm just going to redraw it. Especially like Cleo here, the proportions are so off, and I think Scott's body language is okay, but his face looks weird to me. It doesn't look like Scott. I think I think it happens like, I think it's got like a cooldown. So if it doesn't, because Drawing Guy was the first one to send it, I think there's a cooldown where it's like, it doesn't come for another minute or so that the chat doesn't get spammed full of it. I think there's something like that implemented. Don't quote me. So yeah. And please, 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 don't bring me to tears when I just did my makeup so nice. Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. I beg you, don't embarrass me, mother fluffer. Hiya, Starry. Da 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 da. Ah, ah. And please, 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 prove I'm right. Oh no, it's this one. I still don't know the timings of this, and I should slowly. Hiya, Valor. Hello, hello, my dude. And please, 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 don't bring me to tears when I just did my makeup so nice. I drew this yesterday, and I'm very happy with it. Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. I beg you, don't embarrass me, mother fluffer. Hi. And this is the sketchy running part that we need to at some point figure out, but I think we could try and tackle it today. So yeah, and then just like the final things, Scott blows himself up, Pearl's reaching out for him, lands on Ash, which is a bit morbid, looks up and realizes in the thing it's won. Karaoke stream when? We've had a karaoke stream. We had one back in December. On the new Katie album being dropped? Yeah, sure. What am I gonna do about the curse? What curse? Fire Queen was in Double Life? Yes, sure. Almost enough points for a musical interlude. Ooh. I've been singing Would You Fall in Love with Me Again all day because I woke up this morning and I found out that Danny Morticia, I think, the Epic reaction guy, released his final reaction of the final 2 songs of Epic. And since then, Danny Motta, I think. I never really read them. I just know he's called Danny. I never read the channel name. I've literally only watched him because of the Epic stuff. But like, I watched that, and since then, Would You Fall in Love with Me Again has been in my brain. Right? Oh, it's been very good. I've enjoyed the reactions. So, I think since our last stream, have you guys seen this frame? Because I'm very happy with how this frame's come out. It's kind of like from behind. And so, out of the same like reasoning, so previously, right, we had this frame where you're kind of looking at it from the side, where Pearl is kneeling down to pet Tilly's dead corpse. And it was kind of like a bit too many perspective changes where you could kind of get just a bit confused. So what I really kind of want to do is I want to take this previous frame that you can kind of see here from the back of Pearl, and just have her like from that same perspective kneeling down to pet Tilly with like the sword on the side, showing that she's put down the sword to pet Tilly. But I think that's a really difficult angle to draw, and I'm gonna have to take a reference picture for it because I can't really quite figure it out. Working on getting the water fan out. Let's go. So I was thinking the challenge yesterday. The challenge. Is it the one where it's got like, whoever can string my husband's own bow? Is that what it's called? Is that what that song's called? Yes? Ah. And shoot through 12 axes cleanly. I've seen none personally except where Pearl looks absolutely traumatized. Oh, the drawings. This is this whole animatic, mate. Artie, that's this whole animatic, is this. That's a really good one. So for people who haven't, like, the way that this animatic goes, this is basically, it takes place after Pearl has killed everybody, and it's the meetup between, yeah, I think it's this one. I think it's this one that they're referring to. But like so many other frames where Pearl looks traumatized in this. This one, and this one, and also this one. This one's particularly traumatized. But yeah, for anyone who's coming in who hasn't been in before, the way that this animatic works is, yeah, it's going to be Scott and Pearl's meeting, and then Scott blowing himself up, and then Pearl being left alone without a soulmate, winning double life. So it's basically, this is Pearl walking across. What have you done to my girl? Was I correct in my assumption, Artie? Which frame I was talking about, or you were talking about? So this is first, you start out with Pearl kind of walking over a field, and you've got Tilly's body up top, and you've got Cleo's here in the corner. I'd like to do Impulse and B-Dubs up here, and Martin down in the lower corner. Just so that we can have an Impulse cameo, because chat would go nuts without the Impulse cameo. I was right, yes. You want to see trauma? I've got this one and this one and this one. Yeah, basically. Woo, Impulse cameo. Yeah, I haven't drawn him yet. Exactly. Everybody loves Impulse. And then you kind of have a close-up of this sword is going to be dripping with blood. And it's just kind of like the fight is over. She's done all that she can in her craze, and now she gets to kneel down and mourn Timmy. Hi, Theo. Timmy? Tibby. Yeah, Tilly. She gets to kneel down and mourn Tilly, takes her collar in her hand, and then we have a flashback to the beginning of Double Life, and you kind of have like I'm gonna make it so like crass with the contrasts. Like this is gonna be dark and dingy, and this will be pastel and colourful. Timmy is Jimmy's cousin, but they're a dog. Yeah, I meant to say Tilly. And so we have a flashback, and it's kind of like he's also a big dog. That is true. And it's just kind of like seeing like the difference, or like especially here, the difference between Pearl at the start and then Pearl now. So it's kind of like big contrast. Today is Jimmy's birthday, is it? Ah, he had a birthday stream on Friday. Was that not his birthday then? Or I'm assuming he actually is going to take the day off in his birthday. That makes sense. Good for him. So yeah, this will be a flashback to when Scott and Cleo kind of abandoned them. And again, I'm not a huge fan of this frame. I think I drew it while I was too distracted. We were watching Jumanji. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to redo most of it. And then so she's reaching out in the present. I'm going to do another soulmate link on here. Yeah, kind of going forwards. And then we have back to the present. I won't colour them, right? Seems like a lot. Oh yeah, I will. I'm going to colour them. We're going to have colour. I can't do an animatic without colour. This can't be the finished piece. Oh, I'm crazy. I'm mad. I'm mad and crazy. Artie, this is just 26 frames. Okay, we're counting. This is going to be multiple frames, but I won't colour these frames. They're meant to be just black and white, or like different shades of grey. Maybe like a blue background, but like it's not going to be rendered. This is where Pearl's kind of going crazy. So it doesn't need to be detailed. But otherwise, it's quote-unquote just 26 drawings. Running up that hill had 100. Battle Cry had like 120 frames. We're good, fam. I've been crazier than this. I've done multiple other fully rendered drawings. Although a lot of those, very often those drawings had entire sequences of like silhouettes that are relatively quick to do, but still overachiever. Oh yeah, I'm just a crazy person. It's fine. So yeah, you've got here in the past, and then we flash back to the present to see like this contrast between Pearl of a couple of weeks ago and Pearl now, with the abandonment, what that does to you. And then her gaze softens because she sees someone from the tree line. So it's Scott emerging from behind a tree. And he starts running towards Pearl. And Pearl's finally like, oh my gosh, he's gonna accept me as his soulmate. Finally, it's just the two of us. He's gonna give me a hug now. And he runs past her. The ultimate betrayal. And he runs down to Cleo's side. I just want to say, this is how animatic frames start. They're really cursed stick figures. So just imagine, yeah. So anyone can do it. Right? Just draw cursed stick figures, and you don't have to go further than that if you don't want to. You can tell a story like that. And then you have to zoom in on Pearl's face, and like in her eyes you'll see the reflection of Scott kind of like running down to Cleo. And then Scott kind of like hugs Cleo, and you've got Pearl in the center there watching them. I wondered if I wanted to do her as like a silhouette. I haven't decided yet. And then he kisses her forehead to say goodbye. And then they're laid down to rest. And then Scott like kind of rights himself up again to pull out some TNT. And then Pearl realizes what he's doing, and she starts running towards him. And this is where the sketchiness kind of like gets incredible, where you kind of just see how either Pearl's like dissociating or something's happening, where she's just not fully there anymore. So this is going to be the sketchy phase that we'll work on. You want to see a stick figure fully animated Pearl? Why not? Whoever wants to do it. It would be really funny if I just edited these sketch parts together to like an April Fool's video. I guess it's like April was over a month ago, but like it would be funny. just to have like new animatic, have like a fully rendered thumbnail, and then just have stick figures the whole animatic. That'd be fun to bamboozle people. But yeah, then she's then running towards him, and then she reaches out just as the explosion goes off, which is, you see the hand here and then the explosion behind it. And then she'll basically land, because she's going to jump, reach out, explosion goes off, and she'll land on Ash, because Scott is exploding himself, breaking the soulmate curse. And then Pearl looks up and realizes she's the only one left, meaning she's one double life. There we go. There we go. So let me just actually count something here. We have finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this drawing. 12. I finished 12 line arts out of 26. Let me just quickly puddle you guys to this screen so that we can change that. Where's the document? Hello? No, that's the wrong one. Plenty. In a hand of plenty, we don't know what the word no means. So let's see. Pretty much done the animatic. Totally. We're finished. It's done. So we have... did I say 16? No, I said 12. I said 12, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. So line art done on 12. And like partially line art done on a couple more. Which means -2 equals 14. So yeah, we're almost halfway through. Are you late? No, we have not started yet, PBJ. Welcome, welcome. Cleo's birthday was 2 days ago. Speaking of Life's birthday. Oh, hope they had a nice birthday. So yeah, okay, cool. Okay, here's my plan of action. I would like to maybe start with this frame from Scott, because it's kind of like the preamble to like this running sequence. And this is the whole idea with this one is I want to play around with like line art on this animatic, and I don't know if it comes across yet, but you can kind of see like when Pearl's doing mentally quite a bit better at the beginning of the maybe not in this very moment, but like at the beginning of Double Life, Pearl is kind of doing pretty well. Unpeekaboo. Welcome, my dude. That is such an adorable name. Hi. Welcome to chat, and thank you for the follow, my dude. It's lovely to have you here. Hi, hi. So basically, you kind of got a much more like a clean line here than you have here. This is more scratchy, and I kind of want to play around with that like kind of line art language, I guess you could say. And it's also like even here, and then you go to Scott, who's a lot kind of got cleaner line art. I don't know if this comes across or if this is just because I'm so used to seeing my art that I can kind of see the difference that you kind of have between like characters in the line art. I don't know if it's because I've been staring at it as much as I have. You want to get into like art one day? Hey, there's no time like the present. There's no time like the present. You can see it. It's cool. I hope it'll still come across even with like color and stuff. We'll see. And even with like the silhouettes here, right? Because Scott's silhouette is relatively like colored in, and with Pearl here, there's a lot more texture to it and a lot messier. Yeah, I don't know. I think I could maybe go a little bit more stronger on the contrast. But I'm experimenting basically. In this animatic, I experiment. This is what's happening. And you can kind of see it here as well when you've got them two on the same page, although less so. I don't think I remembered about it anymore. The background stick figure running behind Scott. Oh, do I still have the thing? I do. I still have the sketch up. I need to take a sip of water. Could be less subtle though. Yeah, I'll give it. I'll have another think through. But I think it's something that yeah, I want to have a play around with. And so my whole thought here is, right, we're looking at, so this is Scott facing the camera really. So we're kind of seeing Scott out of Pearl's perspective, because I'd imagine in this moment Scott would face Pearl. So we're looking at of Pearl's perspective, and so what I want to do is I want to have a relatively clean line art of Scott here, but then I want it to kind of get messy and kind of like glitch about a bit, kind of introducing us into this next coming sequence, which is going to be all glitchy runny. So I know I said on stream that I'm going to be doing the running sequence, and I don't know honestly if we'll get to it, but I first want to learn how I want to do this kind of like glitchy effect. And maybe we'll play around with like animating on Procreate here so we can get a feel for it, but we'll see. Because basically I'm going to kind of first do the clean line art and then just make it a bit more sketchy, and then even more sketchy, and so at some point there'll just be lines everywhere. Hello, Fernandos. Ye old switcheroo. Mate, I was just about to start drawing. And it's a line art. I can't believe you've done this. Let me get my phone. I'll be right back, and I should grab my phone so I can set a timer. I forgot that I muted my mic. This is such bad timing, man. Such bad. Let me get my headphones back on. I'm debating whether I should just start colouring. Let's start the timer. I could just be, because there's, tell you what, I'm gonna do some colouring, because there is no flipping way. There's no flipping way I'm gonna have anything usable here. I wonder if I want to do a different color palette for Pearl. Oh, hello. Combine down, that's what I wanted. Rename? Pearl. You know, like paler skin, more desaturated colors. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's just take my normal Pearl color. Like I can't do line art. Maybe later when we don't have to do like the clean line art of Scott. But like there's gonna be nothing usable. So I might as well do something that I can then use afterwards with this. I hope that's alright. I hope I'm not copping out. No. Oh, I mean I can try line up. If you want me to try line up, Fernandos, I can do. But I can just say from now that nothing will be usable. Nothing that I do will be usable. But should we try it? Should I just quickly finish this and then we can try some line art? Oh my gosh. Well, quickly finish this is still very difficult with my left hand. Ah, you know what? Do the one that makes more sense. Just think the line art would be funny. Should go for the moment Pearl goes from normal to 5 AM Pearl, the color change and the whole scar thing. Yeah, I mean, it'll be kind of like between these two frames. So you'll see the difference here, right? But I won't show like the exact moment. Is there an anti-switcheroo? No, afraid not. What would an anti-switcheroo be? Right, let's try. Let's at least try some line art. Let me get a picture of Scott in here. Yeah, there's a timer. I've got 5 minutes. I've got 5 minutes to draw with my left hand. Or if I'm gaming, it's 3 minutes. Let's get a Scott drawing in here. Oh, actually, hold up. Anti-switcheroo would just be switcheroo again. Exactly. I need to get this in here. Copy. I'm going to pause the time because I'm not actually drawing and I feel bad. Wrong one. There we go. Paste. So we've got this guy in there. Put him down. Hold him down. Da 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 da. Timer's not going quickly. I just need to take off my headphones, guys. Not my headphones, my earrings, because they're scratching on my headphones. Switcheroo the switcheroo. I think that's happened before. But people have had so much pity on me. Because it was like I think we were playing the Harry Potter map. We were playing like the Hogwarts map from the Flu Network, the Minecraft map. And we were like trying to fight and I got switcherooed. So, alright, let's start the timer again as I attempt. So he's kind of looking up. He's like looking right at Pearl. So the nose would kind of be here. Got relatively, yeah, he's got pretty Fernandos, what in the world, mate? No, oh my flipping goodness, do not switcheroo just right during the live series. That would be so bad. That would be so bad, switcherooing during Everlive. Oh my goodness, I'm immediately terrified. This is not a Scott nose, this is a Pearl nose. This is so hard. That's so wonky. Guys, you've got to go to Sam and... How about we don't and we let her win? Exactly, because I'm so good at Minecraft and so good at PvP that otherwise I'd win if I don't get handicapped. Could turn it off. I think I need to leave it on, but still, I need to trust chat to be on my side in this. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. I'm on the wrong layer. Oh, dang it. No, sorry, you can't do this to me. I can't believe. Oh. Where do you go for this stuff? To do like the channel point thing. So you see like in your chat, like in the space that you're able to chat in. Just open up Twitch so I can see what I'm talking about. So yeah, you see in your chat box, like below the send message, you've got kind of like this little heart. And then next to the heart, you've got how many channel points you have. Like every single streamer has a different icon for that, and it's called their channel points. And you collect those by watching. Like passively. And then you can do like different redemptions, like the hydrate. You cannot trust chat. You know all the help you can get. I'm not a threat to you. I'm so bad at the game. I'm gonna have to... Oh, there we go, timer. I'm gonna have to try and, like, talk myself out of things, like a Scar or a B-dubs. 5.9k points, let's go. Right, the timer's gone off. This is the nose that I did. I tell you what, I'm going to do a new layer. This is the nose that I did in 2.5 minutes of trying to draw with my left hand. And this is the nose that I'm doing now in 10 seconds. It's not perfect. He kind of needs to be looking up, so hold on. Let's figure this out. Point your nose. Also looking up. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Fernandos, deine ganzen Punkte sind weg. Also stelle ich meinen Wecker für eine Minute. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Warte, nein, stimmt, Scheibe. Ui, okay. Ich kann mich nicht aus Situationen rausreden. Wenn du... Oh je, oh nein. Was tue ich mir an? Oh, das ist jetzt so eine schlechte Idee, das zu streamen. Oh je. Was für einen Gesichtsausdruck wir da haben. 6850. Okay, warte schnell. Ich glaube, ich habe völlig versaut, was Nasenposition angeht. Ich glaube, da haben wir es besser. And there's the timer. Stop talking halfway through there. Oh, talk my way out of things is going to be such a mess. Suddenly get Sprechen Sie Deutsch. Oh, test your GCS in German. Oh no. And a hydrate. Thank you, my dude. You won't redeem Switcheroo, but you might redeem Sprechen Sie Deutsch. I need to make sure to team up with Hamster, Sunny, or Mango. Then they'll know what I'm talking about and they can translate for me. So I'm thinking he's not like... I don't want Scott to look smug. But I want him to kind of be smiling. Maybe have his eyes closed. Yeah, I thought the cheekbones were too high up. Da, 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 da. You can speak German. Yes, of course you can. Hi, Blue Artist stuff. Blue Artist stuff. Welcome, my dude. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. For some reason, that hydrate has made my voice go away. Ah. Pull a ukulele interlude halfway through. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I apologize. For some reason, voice says no. Make it Joggers. Boogeyman is chosen. I hear the Boogeyman water bottle noises. Oh man. I will say, I don't think I'll be able to... I'll definitely do like channel point redemptions as much as I see them. But just like as a warning, I don't think I'll be able to interact with chat as much as I usually do. Because it's like a social series, so I'll be interacting with the people on the server. But if we have like a moment together, I'll obviously catch up with you guys. But yeah, every single moment's going to be streamed. Well, actually, we need to have a conversation whether we want to like do like resource gathering before stream as well. Like the lifers sometimes do. I find it so hard to do a head-on perspective on like key people things. Why don't we redeem them all at once? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Another hydrate? I hydrate again. This means Katie ate the one here. I just want to hear what... No! If that were the case, then I wouldn't chat with you like I do. Another hydrate? Okay. Are we trying a hydrate train? I guess we're trying a hydrate train. For those of you who don't know, if we get 10 hydrates in a row without a chat message interruption, then I have to check my bottle. Whatever's left in my bottle, I have to chug. So how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was 10. We got 10. We got 10. Guys, you can stop. I got 10 on my screen. It was 10. Hi, Blue Jay. They're trying to make me chug. I saw a follow in the middle of there as well. Herbology major. That's an awesome major. Welcome, welcome, my dude. Thank you so much for the follow. We did it. We did it. Chug, chug, chug. Guys, I'm sorry to disappoint. I had like 1 hydrate's worth of water left in my bottle. So what? All those hydrates for just 1 hydrate. That was it. Oh, but seriously, what we're doing? I'm working on the animatic, my dude. Yeah, you guys really lost the lottery there. That was such a waste. So we're at the point where Scott is kind of like holding a TNT. So there's going to be a TNT. It's got the sparking, and then Pearl's understanding what he's doing. There we go. That was 10 on my screen, yeah. Refill? I will refill. But that's for chug. That's already the chug. You can only have 1 chug a stream, and it's a gamble with how much water's left in my bottle. I'm wondering when chat finally figures out the strategy. Because there's strategy to this. Was the level on your screen? Probably leave for a minute, we'll be back. See you in a bit, Blue Jay. I think the nose needs to be higher up. I find it really hard to do like someone looking down from upwards. Dang it! Scott, what do your eyes look like? Like that, okay. Do they? Hold on, let me just look at Scott pictures. Scott. Is this what Scott normally looks like? What his eyes normally look like? Je suis confus. Oh, dudes. Apparently, I'm very inconsistent when drawing Scott. Impedently so inconsistent. So this is a Scott we had a while back. I referenced this like drawing of Scott for like years. I guess it's only been about 2 years since Battle Cry. I know it's kind of the same shape. You know what? I interpreted this as a lot more like angular, but it's actually a lot more like rounded. Okay, cool. Glad we know. Such a sweet boy. You wouldn't think that he's just about to explode himself. He's that little guy. I find this such a difficult perspective, man. You have no idea. Yeah, it's crooked. It's better. Oh, maybe looking that way is better. Dang it. I want him to really be looking like forwards at us. Maybe that helps. And then flattening down this jawline. And then making this one a little bit more angular, I guess. Your goal is just to always have a successful train. You don't actually want me to suffer. Sure, Sam, sure. Of course, you don't want me to suffer. Mm-hmm. I'm really like I'm with the life series. I'm really nervous because like there's a lot of playstyles that I don't know because I've like interacted with a bunch of you guys just with Blood on the Clock Tower a couple times, and like even the mods I haven't played huge amounts with. I think like Zim and Sam are like the play styles I know best because of when we played Vault Hunters. But like I don't know so many people. I'm like, I don't know who to team with. Well, I'll be very spontaneous who I team with. I'm not making any plans at all. But like, oh, it's just I can't wait. I'm so excited, but at the same time terrified. Is it just me? Exactly. Sam doesn't want me to suffer. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Yeah, you gotta catch me right after a refill. That's how it happens. That's how it happens. My water isn't always full. So Starry, my water isn't always full. At the beginning of stream because it's like also my day-to-day, my general normal water bottle. I don't have one just dedicated for stream. So especially like if I've been at uni, it's very lightly. It's really difficult to kind of judge. Because either I've like completely emptied it and I've left it empty in my bag and then I refill it before stream. Or it's like partially empty because I haven't drunken enough that day. Alright, let's figure out elf ears because this might make this look better. Looks like a little spooky. Like Spock, but not Spock. From Traumschiff Surprise. Ba-da-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Sam's plan is to team with a trident. Fair. Right, let me just read. I've not been reading through chat very well. Started to watch Double Life. You had no idea who was who, but you had a deep-rooted hatred for Scott. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I love that. Ahoy! Oh, hi, Fresh Cucumber. Cucumber's in chat. Hello, hello. Thanks for the tips for making me suffer. You. The only people you roughly know the skill of is General Sunny. Dewback, I'm not talking skill. I'm not talking skill. And I'm it's gonna be one of those things. I really hope that people don't sweat this. I really hope that like players don't sweat the life series, the Ever Life. It's literally just there to have fun. It doesn't look like Scott, but I think we'll figure it out in a second. I think once we've got the hair in, it'll look better. I want him to kind of like have like thinged eyebrows. Ba-dip. Number one fighter? I think you could sweat it even if you wanted to. Oh. Sunny? Oh, I'm terrified. Sunny's already promised he's going to go crazy on people in session 5. So team with Gooshback is what I'm hearing. or would Gooshback stab me in the back? Oh man. I don't think I'm going to do trust strategy. I'm just going to be like vibes and whoever I run in the same direction as and whoever I like just happen to be chatting with at the start. Yeah, I'm going to have it will happen very organically. I hope people aren't making teams because I think it's funnest that way. Scott, I don't understand you. Scott, I don't understand your face from the front. And you want to know what this looks like? wonder if I can get a picture up here. Shift surprise. I can't type, guys. Let's see. Oh, I can't find it. Have you guys ever heard of Traumschiff Surprise? Or is this a German culture thing? It's like a... It's a play on Star Trek. I can't find the image I'm looking for. But basically the guy that plays Spock, he can like have his ears go floppy, go down. Traumschiff Surprise. Traumschiff, so it's like Dream Ship Surprise. And I don't know what it's called in English, because I think there's like an English version of it as well. I think it's originally German, but like an English version of it too. It's not the cleanest humor. It's not the most PG thing in the world. And it's old, it shows its age. It's not like it's not the most correct thing in the world, but because I love Star Trek, I find it very funny. Bye PPJ, have a wonderful rest of your day, my dude. Anyway, I can't find it. But if you've ever like heard the song where it goes, I'm sure this must have been like in like a TikTok thing or like some sort of meme where it goes, hi, hi, hi to tie, do, 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 space taxi to the sky. That's them. Maybe I'm just quoting something incredibly obscure that I just is not very obscure in my space, but in the global sense maybe is incredibly obscure. I haven't a clue. But anyway, Scott looks like Spooky, who is a parody of Mr. Spock. Never heard of it. Oh my gosh. In terms of PG, is it like Hermit's After Dark or what we talking? I honestly don't really know about Hermit's After Dark. It's like, it's 2000s humor. What happened? We're talking about some obscure German Star Trek parody. And it's one of those things like, if you've grown up with it, if you grew up with it, then you just kind of like know it and you find it funny, but it might not actually be funny for other people. And I can't, it's been a long time since I watched it, so I don't want to like completely stand behind it. It might not be as politically correct nowadays. I'm not sure. I honestly can't remember. Come on. Scott, I don't understand your hair from the front. Let's maybe figure out. Maybe let's figure out the eyebrows. Can you guys hear the bells playing? I think they're kind of being picked up on my microphone, and I'll have to go and close my window if that's the case. Because the church tower is going dong 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 dong. A little. Comically large hat suddenly. Yeah, you can hear them. Okay, let me close my window. Ding dong, because they're going to be going for the next 5 minutes. Ugh, I've just throttled myself on a dry breadstick and have no water. Have fun in Repo. In Repo, Goochback. The bells are like deafeningly loud. You can't understand everything I say. I'm assuming it's not the case. But yeah. Everybody go to church and be holy. That's what they're doing. The church bells. It's Sunday. What are you doing? Ba-da-da-da-da. Yeah, these eyebrows are way too thick for Scott. It's a death game, but Scott's eyebrows still must be on fleek. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum. I shouldn't really be doing face details right now when we don't have the rest of you planned out. Scott, why am I having so much trouble with you recently? I think it's where we can't have like the ears kind of poking out far, which do make up a lot of Scott's silhouette. I can't just go like that. That looks like Dobby, so that doesn't work. I think it's because the ears aren't pokey as otherwise. Something like that. Everyone beware the floating Scott head. For sure. Hi, Purple Pineapple. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Good to have you here. Boop, boop, ba-doop. Ooh. I think the tipping up kind of looks weird as well. How do elf ears work if you're looking at them from the front, man? Probably like not as pronounced as this, but I think they're such an intrinsic part. They're scary? Have I made Scott scary? Let me just scroll through Scott's reference group. There's 58 drawings that we can... Oh, hello. There's 58 drawings here that we can look at. Have we had... Oh, we've had him, like, frontal here. Maybe we should take one of these images here. Relatively frontal. I mean, the anatomy isn't entirely correct. Oh, he used to have freckles? He used to have freckles. Apparently I don't draw him with freckles no more. There's from the front. It was human back there. Scott from the top. From the back, from the side. There's one from the front. Well, let's get that one in. Here. Let's get in this frame. Happy Scotty, sad Scotty, mentally disturbed Scotty. Ah, just got me thinking of Star Trek again. Scott from the top representation. Let's go. Hi Molly, hello, hello, my dude. How you doing? Boop. So that image isn't there now. You know, I think the way we've got it right now is okay. I think because the nose is kind of tilted this way, this ear can kind of be a bit more hidden. What we'll do is we'll do this. Sort of. And we'll have like a better perspective. I did not think that this would be the struggle today. Posture check, thank you. Been alright? Good to hear, my dude. Vampire Scott. Yeah, we had a Vampire Scott. And hiya, Pixel Prowess. We had a Vampire Scott back for, what was it? Origins? No, not Origins. Well, they used Origins. What did they call it? Something life. They had another life thing. Ba-da, ba-da. And Scott was a vampire. Hydrate. I'm gonna quickly... Was it Afterlife? Maybe. Maybe. Didn't know I drew him though. Yeah, it was a whole thing. It was a whole comic actually. Don't let me forget the hydrate. I need to refill my bottle for that. So they had like the Wither, like the Evil Guys Alliance, where Sausage was like a Wither. And because Scott was a vampire, he couldn't do New Life, could also be Could also be. So Scott was a vampire, so he couldn't do his makeup. And so Scott was like, Scott had to ask someone that he was allied with, but no one wanted to talk to a vampire apart from like Sausage, and I think Shovel was like also a shadow. I think I've got another drawing of this somewhere. Yeah, this was their alliance. These guys. The evil guys. Yeah, exactly. Trusting Sausage is never a good idea. But he did a good job. So we did a whole comic on stream where it's like, yeah, Scott needs his makeup doing. So we did that. That was fun. And this was their alliance. Hey, look, there's another drawing of Scott from the front, but I think I did his ears differently. Yeah, look, his ears aren't as pointy as I draw them nowadays. Very much Asterion vibes before Asterion existed. But yeah, I still like this drawing a lot. I think it's fun. This was a fun one. Sausage liked this one. This one was got liked by the Sausage himself on Insta. Anyway, let me just quickly go refill my water bottle. I'll be right back. Is there a comic posted online? That comic that I showed just now is on Instagram, but it's not. That's literally just that panel. It's nothing else. I literally just did that one-off time. I've done a couple of like one-off comics. Actually, funnily enough, one that I did for Jimmy and Sausage in like season one of Empires, which was like the first time I ever drew Jimmy or Sausage. This was like before Who Are You Really? This was before Who Are You Really? And this is another comic page I did of when like Sausage was like being evil. Again, apparently I like drawing Sausage evil. But he got Jimmy to help him and yeeted him off a bridge. And this was a whole scene in, oh for goodness sake. This was a whole scene in Empires and I was like, I gotta draw it. And so, yeah, old Katie drawing. Tell you what, you can see it bigger here, I think. So, yeah. Because they got Jimmy to kill the dragon for them. And Fruip's kind of like looking on the side. And then so his Sausage just yeets him off a bridge. And Fruip runs away. So yeah. Your children yearned for food. Did you give your children food? Empire Season 1 was good. I enjoy, as much as people like often consider like Minecraft quote-unquote roleplay to be cringe, I think there's a place for it. I think there's a time and place for it, and I think if you do it organically and not forced, because the whole Zornoth storyline was relatively organic of Scott just messing with friends. Then I think it can be really cool. If you've got a story you want to tell. And like the same was like for Third Life, whereas like you've kind of got the organic conflict between the Red Empire and the Desert Hippies, and that wasn't planned, and oh, it was, yeah. Can be a fun time. I think I'm wanting this line art to be too clean almost, because I want it to kind of like be a stark contrast to what we'll see later. So I want to have like a clean base, and I don't know if it's becoming too clean, or I'm thinking too much about it. I might be thinking too much about it. I mean, also this is the first thing I'm drawing today, so I'm not warmed up, which, oops. Maybe I should do that, but whatever. I'm like the worst artist to kind of either take inspiration from or like whose habits that people should follow. I'm like such a terrible role model but when it comes to that. I don't ever do any studies. I don't ever warm up. I don't like hold my pen properly, and it's just kind of like, don't do what I do. I'm not going to change how I do it, but don't do how I do it. Because apparently not good for you. And apparently you learn a lot more if you don't do what I do. Or if you do more than I do. Figured out how to draw Scott's hair because of me. It's one of those things, like everybody has their own style and their own way of drawing people. Scott's hair is like a lot of bubbles. I like to draw a lot of bubbles for Scott's hair. Does that make sense? Like very, very like roundy. Taking inspiration from several hairstyles. Do people like the way I draw hair? Because that makes me happy. I think it's like hair is so important to a character's silhouette. All right, let's figure out how we actually want him to. I tell you what, I think I want him to actually be pointing this direction. Kind of like have his torso kind of pointing this direction, so it makes more sense that he's holding out. Because otherwise, if his torso is pointing this direction, this arm looks like really out of place. Yeah? Oh, that makes me happy. Eyes and hair, I think, are like very important parts of like a character's design. Because the eyes give so much about like the personality of the character. And hair gives like the silhouette of the character, but also the personality. And so like hair can show you, I mean, obviously we do the silhouettes right here. And hair gives you so much information about a character's silhouette and how to make a character recognizable. So yeah. What I think is very important for hair is to kind of like think, well, where will it start on the head, right? So I've kind of like got the skull back here on the sketch to kind of imagine where the skull's going to go through. And then kind of imagine where the hair's coming from, where it's going, right? Because I wouldn't ever like draw, let's just draw a quick face here to illustrate this fact. So I always like to like figure out where the hairline is. Didn't really do it with Scott here because he's got a fringe, so it makes it easier. But kind of like if you've got especially a character that's hair goes up, so you can see like the what's it called, hairline. Then it's always worth like drawing the hairline first, and then also having like a sketch of the shape that the head's gonna take, so you kind of know where the hair's coming from. And then it's never really like you see this in a lot of animes that have like the spiky hair kind of going out in all directions, and it very often doesn't really make sense. And it's just, I kind of like the idea of usually, like for most hairstyles, you've got like a parting, right? At some point, you've got a hair parting. Unless you've got like a buzz cut, or you've got like a quiff that kind of goes back. For instance, Impulse's hair is kind of like a bit like that, where I don't really give him much of a parting. Impulse cameo! Let's get an Impulse reference in here. Actually, I think like more recently, even more recently, I've even given like Impulse a parting. But you can kind of see like, let's edit. Let's do the thing, why not? You can kind of see like, even his parting is like off to the side here though. That's a really thick brush. So it kind of goes through here. And you kind of just imagine what shape will the hair take, like so that it has a flow. And I think depending on the character, there's like different shapes that you can take. So it's the same with the eyes, right? Impulse is generally quite either rounded or like angular. I think a good example of this is Team Best, where there's like very similar but different art styles, hairstyles. And you just kind of like need to think like, where does the hair come from? Where it then layers over itself, right? So with Skiz, it's there. With Tango is an anomaly because his hair's on fire. And Tango's hair is literally, if I'm drawing Tango's hair, it's a case of, it starts like at the fringe here, and then it goes, and then you're there. Hiya, Taco. Did I say best again? I keep calling ties best. Did I say best? I meant to say ties. Whoops. This is not the first time this has happened. Dang it. And so you always kind of like have a parting to figure out where... Dang, I keep doing that. You have a parting to figure out like where a character's hair is going. And so you can do that with short hair, with long hair, right? And then you can either do like a fringe where it goes down over the hairline. And that's, for instance, something that I've done with Pearl and Scott here. Like Pearl, well, definitely with Scott here. Pearl kind of-ish. But it's still kind of, you see it first going up and then down. I think it's important is when you're drawing hair is to just keep in mind where it comes from, right? So if imagine I'm drawing a parting here and like it's coming from here, it's coming from here, it's keep going down here, even if we're doing like long hair, say we're doing like a long bit of hair there, like Rarity, my Little Pony Rarity kind of style, and just keep like following it. And even if you're not doing like one line completely through, imagining where the hair kind of started and then going there. And then just keeping it loose. Because, okay, you can have like certain shapes. For instance, if I were to do Scar's hair, I'd start off with like a quiff like this. And then this one. And that's like a typical Scar fringe, right? Maybe a bit bigger. And then you'll kind of figure out like how you want to do different hair. Like this is green hair on the top. Have it like be all curly. Or messy. But you can kind of see it all kind of references from here. I don't suddenly start like over here having hair going this way, right? Because that doesn't make sense because you've got the parting here and that's kind of where your hair's flowing. Imagine if you're brushing the hair, right? And so you can tell a lot of like stories with, hi Sim, hey! Welcome, my dude. You can tell a lot of like from a character with their hair. Like I drew Scar's hair just now. Tango's hair is always very angular, like closer to his head. Because that's how like I started out drawing him. Very angular, but then as soon as it like comes away from like this cranium part, it becomes like very fiery. And it's still very angular, very chaotic, but it can be a bit more flowy. Skizz's hair is just straight lines all over the place. And like floating out and all messy, but still like it's all coming like from here. B-Dubs' hair is all like luscious and flowy. Thinking like we've got a bandana here. Whoop. And that's how you can kind of like give your characters a specific silhouette. And even like stuff like this, for instance, like you see this? That's green, right? Because that's what I always add for Green's hair. He's always got like that little twirl there. Otherwise he's got very chaotic hair and I never draw his hair the same, but this stays the same. That's how Green's made recognizable in silhouettes. Or like Joel's hair always has these two. And then it's also again very straight hair because vibes. And then this is the green quiff. And you kind of like very quickly and organically learn how you draw your character's hair and how you want them to look. Yeah, exactly. It's interesting to see the face completely change depending on the hair. Absolutely. I think hair is really important. I've gone like in depth on a character's eyes before. How like giving a character like these kind of eyes gives them a completely different aesthetic than giving them these kinds of eyes. It says so much. Everyone's green has a little curly on the hair parting. As soon as you see it boom green, yeah. Yeah. How do I choose what frame to make the thumbnail? It's what frame I think looks cool and what frame I think involves a character that's important to the story. So in the last couple of ones, I've had like the winners be the thumbnails, or like important moments. If we were to kind of go to the Everin channel. Zoom. So you can see like Green 1/3 life. He's the thumbnail of the Third Life Animatic. Scar 1 Secret Life. He's a thumbnail. Martin 1 Battle Cry. But I started that with Pearl and running up that hill because I didn't have that in the Last Life animatics. But like you kind of think, oh, the Wither fight was a very important moment. Or like in season 8 of Hermitcraft, Mumbo and the moon, you know, it shows the moon's big. There it is. Joel was going crazy at the beginning of Last Life. The Secret Keeper is central. It's just kind of like what is like a central part to whatever you're doing. Oh my gosh, Feed the Machine was 10 months ago. It's whatever part you think is like either a central character or a central theme or moment of your story. And also whatever looks cool. I was incredibly close for Feed the Machine. I almost made the dragon the thumbnail. So like this frame here. This was almost the thumbnail to Feed the Machine. And it's one of my favorite drawings. And it has to be a drawing that you really like. And it's also a good idea if you're overlaying text like I do. If you have like the title in the text, I've just realized I've used yellow and red for the last 3 animatics. Whoops, I need to maybe change it up. If you're overlaying text, it's probably a good idea to not have a frame that's too busy. So you've got space to put the text in there as well. Main part of Last Life, Joel Goes Crazy checks out. Yeah, right? I mean, I could have maybe chosen the Boogeyman at the first one, but it was very, yeah. But I wanted to take this, but like, for me, it was overcrowded. I couldn't really fit the text in very well. And it wasn't like the main part of Secret Life, right? It was probably the main part of that arc, of that half of it, to be fair. Because, oh no, well, no, you still got like the Warden and the Wither. And that was also a very main part. Because I also did ponder, like, what? I love this frame, but this frame, for instance, would be far too busy for a thumbnail, I think. And you also need to think, oh, do I want to show this for the first time in the animatic? Because it's going to have a big impact. What song is going to be the animatic? If you do ! Song fossiled, then you will get all the information you need on the song that we're doing right now. I hope it works. It doesn't work for everyone for some reason. There are like 50 main parts of Secret Life, let's be honest. Yeah. So it was pretty safe to use the Secret Keeper in the end, right? Doesn't work anymore. No, it doesn't work anymore. What is up with this flipping? It's weird. Hold on. I'm opening Stream Elements now. Have I got a weird setting? Now it works. What? I don't understand. It's so weird. Stream Elements. I'm gonna get another bot. You're being useless. Work better. This is the threat. Some people are chosen, some aren't. Some people are sometimes chosen. Like that drawing guy was able to do it earlier. But like, so having like the Secret Keeper as like a central part was a very safe bet. And you can also like, because this was Tango in front of the Secret Keeper. I'm still really happy with how this Tango came out, man. I don't look at this often enough because it's usually just the Secret Keeper. But like having that as like an imposing thing was very central. And follows but not subs. Thing is, it worked, Fernandos, it worked for that drawing guy earlier, but now it doesn't. So, I don't know. Purple Pineapple, we're trying. Yeah, there were many frames that I pondered for this one, but you know, I almost did this one, but then this was not a big moment of words. Secret Life. I pondered whether I wanted this one, but this felt too simple. Yeah, you kind of need to think, well, what frame am I okay with spoiling for people already, I guess? Because it's going to be the thumbnail, it'll be what everyone sees. So you maybe don't want like the most impactful frame. Say, maybe, I mean, I feel like this one's pretty impactful. I still love this drawing. So it's kind of like weighing it off, right? Between like impactful frames, but ones that you don't necessarily want to spoil, ones that are good, that tell the story well, yeah. A lot of my frames are thumbnail worthy. Yeah, it's sometimes a difficult choice. I've got to say, for Eleanor Rigby, I didn't really have one that I was like, yeah, I'd like to choose this one. I think this could have been a fun one because it was like very central to have the boogeyman curse in that one. Or at least in this animatic, it wasn't that central to the whole story, but I pondered this frame. But this was another case of like, no, I want this frame to be an impact frame for people to see the fire moving. And I also thought like, oh, well, I mean, Scar is the winner. And I've kind of got that like theme going on where I show the winners in the animatic that I'm doing to their series. So, yeah, that's why I chose Scar. And I changed the background. I changed the background from green because the green looked far too joyous. But it was also kind of like in Scar's, I was going to say in Scar's ranch, but he did not have a ranch. That was a different series. In Scar's like Trader Scar's area, it was very, for some reason I've got like a green vibe there. And so for some reason I was like, I need to draw green background. Anyway. May have been less impactful if it was a thumbnail. Exactly. You get a vibe. You get a vibe for what is thumbnail material. For instance, if we're talking about the current animatic. If we're talking about the current animatic, like not even all the drawings are done. Not even all the drawings are done. But I think this frame has animatic vibe, it has thumbnail vibes. But at the same time, it's a really flipping impactful frame. So I might not do it. I'm debating this one, but this is very similar to the running up that hill one. Or maybe this one, if anything. The running up the hill one. I don't know. Maybe like the final one is like a bit more of a simple one. But we'll figure it out. I don't know yet. I haven't got like a strong vibe for anything yet. Because I think this one would be too detailed with the 3 characters. And then it will look like it's more like Cleo Scott centric. I'm generally... Question, guys. I know we've gone very badly off topic, but I really like going into these questions and like giving them the time that they deserve. Because they're good questions, and this whole thing is so that I can maybe then... you know, cut this together to potentially a video for people who are maybe asking the same questions to kind of have an answer. First would be good because you don't know if you could tell what it is without watching the animatic. What, this one? But the thing is, it takes that moment away. This animatic is Pearl Scott centric, exactly. It starts at the moment where Pearl has already killed everybody in Double Life. So you've got, this is like battle afterwards. This is Cleo's body. Here we'll have Martin's body in this bottom right corner, Impulse and Beat-Ups in the top right. And it's basically like the calm after the storm where Pearl's been on a murder spree. And she's kind of like got a bloody sword by her side, and maybe it's also covered in blood. And now in the calm, she's able to mourn Tilly. And she takes Tilly's collar into her hand. Then we have a flashback to the beginning of the series where Scott abandons her and she reaches out. And then we flash back to the present where you see the resentment that she has, but her gaze softens because she sees Scott in the tree line. And Scott starts running towards her, and Pearl's like, finally he's going to accept me. There's no one else in this world as a soulmate. Finally she won't be alone. But he runs past her. And this is such an impactful moment because we're doing it to the song Please, 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 and it's basically the chorus twice. But the first chorus, and that's this first half here, is really quiet. It's like just a very quiet, calm. Well, not calm. It's like a begging voice, but it's very intimate and smaller. And she's singing in her head voice really quietly, like she's about to break. And then at this point, when this happens, is when she starts belting and the whole orchestra comes back, and you just hear the anger in her voice. Then she's no longer begging, she's just shouting at them, angry. And that's why I think this is very impactful frame. Or I'm hoping it's going to be. But yeah, it won't be if we have stick figures like this, so we got to work on it. Please, please, please prove I'm right. And please, please, please don't bring me to tears when I just did my makeup so nice. Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. I beg you, don't embarrass me. Swearing thing, by the way. Swearing warning for this song. For people listening to it. I'm probably a bit too late for that, but there's a mother fluffer in there. Hi, Henry. Hello. Stained glass. Oh, hi, Uther. Hello, hello, my dude. What you been playing? Welcome, welcome, Raiders. What you guys been up to? Had a good stream? Yeah, you were back on track, yeah. I have no issue with kind of going into, like, detail on the questions, like I said. I happily do it. Welcome, everybody. Not been here in a long while? That's totally fine, my dude. Life happens. Hello, everyone. We are working on a animatic for Double Life, which is Pearl and Scott centric. We're currently drawing Scott, who's about to go boom. We had a Tango go boom a couple of animatics ago, and now it's Scott go boom. Actually, we've drawn Scott go boom before. Boop. Marvel Rivals. I was wondering, like, it's probably Marvel Rivals, isn't it? Because you do enjoy streaming that stuffs. Gave up, so you sent yourself and your only viewer here. Aww. Hope it wasn't a rage quit. I hope there was some enjoyable plays. Drawing while me in the background singing is something else. Yeah, it's a good song. I love it. So hold on. He's just opened up. Oh, I get it now. Dude, I should have probably drawn the previous frame first. But that's fine. So he's just opened up his coat because it's like in his inner coat pocket, he's got a stick of TNT ready. So he's kind of got a loose grip on his coat here. Yeah, I'm not going to draw hands right now. Drawing hands on stream is really flippin' difficult, man. I'm going to at some point go through and like go to the stream, all the stream drawings and just draw all the hands in one go, I think. Sometimes it'd be like that. Sometimes brain is not ready to commit to hands on stream. Because this is a commitment, I tell ya. Boop. What are we doing? This is a bit messy. Is this still just as messy with the thing? Yes, it is. So the whole idea is with this frame is that I want relatively clean line art here. Because this is going to be a moment where Pearl is like trying to register what's happening here, but it's really difficult for her. And so Scott, while she's trying to register, Scott is kind of glitching in and out of existence. Right, so this is the first frame of that whole sequence. And so he's going to get more and more glitchy. And so I want this first frame to be relatively clean. And that's why we've taken as much time as we have on it. It's been almost 2 hours, but that's fine. We only started drawing about an hour in. Dude, if I committed to doing entire animatic on stream, we'd be here for a year. Because we keep going off track. Which is completely fine, but yes. We don't get as much progress done as I would in the same time of just drawing. Scott, why is your head so much bigger than your body? How did this happen? how did you set them? So you don't need to necessarily be buff, but like, don't be a noodle. That's not how I envision the build of your body. Ba-dum. Okay. Now let's have a look. Got yourself a drawing tablet? So you're hoping to get into digital drawing this summer? Let's go. What did you get, my dude? I'm happy to hear. You know what program you're going to go for? Because that's always a big decision. Boop. I think there's a bunch of good free ones out there for drawing tablet. But if you're like committing to getting a professional one, I will say just don't get overwhelmed. Procreate is a very simple one. Don't get overwhelmed. Just watch it like a couple of tutorials and you'll figure it out quickly, because the user interface, like especially for stuff like Photoshop and Clip Studio Paint, can be like very overwhelming at first opening. Just watch tutorials before you try and look into yourself. Then you'll get into it a lot faster. Huey on? Ooh, nice. Trying out Krita for drawing. That sounds good. I've heard of Krita before. I think it's also got a relatively simple user interface. So I started out because I got a Wacom tablet. And this was like over 10 years ago now. I got a Wacom tablet for Christmas. And that was just kind of like, that was a life-changing gift. I think I need to once again like reiterate to my dad how amazing that gift was, because you know it set us up on this whole journey that we're on now, right? Before then I was just doing traditional art, and I don't think I'd have done animatics if I just had traditional art to work with. But I got one for Christmas, and with that like package deal, like with that tablet, there was like a package deal that also came with not Clip Studio Paint, Coral Painter. I don't know if they're still going, because I don't really hear about them. I've never really heard about them outside of anything. I've never heard of anyone like giving like Coral Painter recommendations or tutorials or something. But it came with a Wacom tablet, and that was my introduction to digital art. And I did digital art on that for a long time. I think I did my first... So say I got it in 2014. I think I did 5 years on that. Yeah, I've done half of my art. Oh my gosh, crazy how much I've drawn since then, because I did half of my digital art journey on that, I guess. And then in 2019, I got myself a iPad with I need to learn how to draw people. You learn. I don't know where to start. I started on paper, I guess, so it was kind of like you go from there. And then I scanned it in, because what I had was I had the tablet that didn't have a screen, so I'd have to basically imagine me like drawing now, and I have to look at my screen like where my thing is, so I could have to look there, and it takes some practice, but you kind of get used to it, kind of like that disconnected drawing. Procreate, no, it only works on Apple, so I've got Procreate on the Apple iPad. It's an Apple app. And yeah, I used Coral Painter for because that came with the Wacom. And then I think it was like Coral Painter 5, and then I purchased Coral Painter 6 when it came out, and that was also fine. Yeah. Got your sketchbook for your birthday. Completely random. You'd never drawn anything before. So my art, and then they were gone. And then there were none. For your own secret life in there. Cool. I started drawing out like nowhere like a madman. Yeah, it just I can't tell you where I started drawing. I think it's like I was given like the space in like, I guess preschool, you could call it, in kindergarten. Where you could just be creative, and I like doing it there. But I think where I like really thrived was at my nan's, because she had like these little paints that we could work with, and I just really loved painting for my nana, because then I'd make all these paintings and I'd leave them at my nana's. And so I think that's where it started. And then I got like, I got into My Little Pony, and the rest is history. Yeah. Because I started drawing, like I saw like the Little Pony, like My Little Pony fan art that people were doing online, and I like started copying those. I started with tracing, but then I also continued with like trying to do that without tracing, and then I started drawing my friends and I and our Minecraft skins and our Minecraft stories. So I've been doing that for 10 years. Drawing Minecraft people. Man. And then we started with our only original story in 2018. Yeah. I won't draw hands now properly. I guess I can draw a thumb, but no other fingers right now. Me old? Thanks. What the heck? I have wisdom. I never said how old I was. Did I say that? F you, Sam. We don't have Multi here to bully, so I'm the bully. I'm the bullied. Oh. No worries, I old too. Oh, at least I'm not alone. Okay. I think I'm happy with... Oh, you know what? I'm not happy with this. Look at all these terrible folds. Yikes. They are so messy. Dudes, what even? I can't do nothing right now. This is so... Apparently I can't talk and draw. Malty's still older. He managed to mix you and Druid up. Oh. You and Druid? I don't see that. How? You're so nice to me. Oh. Drawing MCYT for 10 years makes me old confirmed. I don't know. I could have started drawing MCYT when I was like 3. If I wanted to. I'd be just old enough for Twitch. I'm not saying that I'm 13. I think one would be able to notice the difference between me and a 13-year-old. And I'm also very happy that I was not online at 13-year-old. Because oh my gosh. Imagine sharing yourself online at 13. I was way too cringe at 13 to be sharing myself online. Guys, I don't understand anatomy. Scott, why is this not working today? Why are you not working with me? Scott, please just work with me here. I'm getting angry at you, mate. This is not okay. Scott, we're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a problem if you don't cooperate. Okay, you hear me? There's gonna be beef. Start a Discord. It is all Scott's fault. Blame Scott. Blame Scott that I'm 13. Yeah, that's supposed to mean. What in the world? Derailed. Everything's derailed. Everything's gone. I think I've just had a long week, guys. I think that's just kind of like the explanation. It's one of those days. And here I was going to be like, I'm going to challenge my... Taken out of context is wild. Yep. I'm just waiting for that to be on the Discord, on the quotes. Blame Scott for everything. Yeah, exactly. Okay, you know what? This is our base. This is our base. It's been on the Discord? Okay, yeah. I thought every now and again I say these things where I'm like, yeah, that's going to get quoted. But then again, every now I say these things and I don't catch that I said something weird, and then I check after stream on the Discord And there's just like the weirdest, wackiest stuff that I apparently said on stream, and I'm like, wait, I said that? Oh. Oh, dang. I do not remember streamer brain. And it just makes me nervous of what else I've said on stream and whether I've ever said anything inappropriate. I don't know, man. Could I trust you guys if I ever said anything inappropriate for you guys to quote it in the Everin quotes? So that I know that I've said it something inappropriate. I don't know if I want that. I don't know if that's something I want. There is a Discord. If you do !Discord in the chat. I'm constantly saying something inappropriate. Cool. Thanks, Sam. Thanks for the reassurance there. I was worried, you know, whether I was being too PG or too proper here. We can't have that. Scott, why are you so hard? Like, Scott is one of the easiest characters to draw usually, and unless it's limited life and he's got his old like fishman get up and the coral, but your chat gave up quoting you all. No more. Scott is supposed to be one of the easiest characters to draw. Man. It's fine. Right, let's see what he looks like. Oh, that's actually not too bad. Maybe I'm just in a self-critical mood. You're slippery little guy, yeah. Maybe I'm just like, you know what? I think that's okay. I think that would be okay. I'm wondering if I want to detach his arm. That's another quotable thing, isn't it? Dang it. I'm thinking I want to like remove his arm to a different layer so that while the editing is happening, we can kind of like, so do you imagine this? Like, so we have the frame before this where he's reaching in his coat here and then he's pulling out a TNT. So think you can kind of see the arm pulling out the TNT. It kind of looks a bit broken. But yeah. Gotta go. Bye, Blue Jay. Have a wonderful rest of your day, my dude. Thanks for hanging out. What I will do in that case is, yeah, I'll have the upper arm still fine. But I will like round off his lower arm here, like that. Cool. Too busy quoting the very cool hopeful thing I said before and didn't notice. Oh no. I said I'm going to detach Scott's arm here. I feel like I need to open the Discord. What have we said? I'm terrified. What have we said? Everybody go to church and be holy. Yes. We had a tango go boom a few animatics ago. Now Scott go boom. Yes. Started when I was 3. Every now and again I say something. I don't know if it's going to get quoted. Some other times I don't catch the clues. Scott, why are you so hard? Oh no. Oh no. You just joined the Discord, but you're so scared of saying hi? Say hi. Peeps will say hi to you in chat. I'm going to go wave at you, my dude. Everybody go be nice to Artie. People will probably throw cookies at you. Scott, are you ways he's an amputee? We've got a limited life and double life AU where Etho's an amputee. Bad that you can make the most inappropriate jokes on stream and then don't realize like 20 minutes after you said it. Oh no. Oh no. I for some reason, I don't know. I do something similar. Right. Scott. Gotta go to church and be holy. Bye, Henry. Enjoy that, my dude. Have a wonderful rest of your day, my dude. Mr. Metal Arm, how could I forget? Exactly. Scott. I want to say Scott Clean because the line art is clean, but that also feels very weird and inappropriate. Scott. I don't know. I'll just do Scott, and the other ones can be Scott Messy. Oh man, just give up trying to find something else and say it. Oh dear, I don't know what the mood is today. The mood is weird today, and I don't know what to think about it. It's just one of those days. That's the best choice. Do it! Do it! Oh man, let me take a sip of water. Clean out my dirty mouth. Oh, can't close the bottle. There we go. I am going to be taking this water bottle to TwitchCon, so people will finally see how big the bottle is that I've been chugging out of, and they'll be very disappointed because it's not actually that big. What did I say? What did I say? Dang it! Stop! Stop the inappropriate. Stop the out of context. Oh, it's so bad. Oh no. Right. I'll just do school. I just remembered. I just realized what the context is. Oh, it's not good. It's not going well. It's not going well. I have a question. I do want to. I want to be serious for a second because this is actually something that I don't know how I want to include in the animatic because I don't know what it kind of like insinuates for some people. So serious goggles on now, guys. We're being serious. Okay? That far out of context, but given what we're discussing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh dear. So I have a question for you guys, and it's about like this scene here where it's Scott saying goodbye to Cleo. I think I need to like change Scott's like expression here because you go from that and then you've got like happy little guy on this screen. I've got to say, I think I've overthought this frame. I think he looks a lot like Scott, and I think I'm fine with that. Because I've got this frame here, because I think it's a case of, yes, they were soulmates, or like chosen soulmates, so they had this really strong bond, but like friendship bond, and that's clear for pretty much everyone. But like with even a friendship bond, you can have heads, like butt heads, and like I've got this frame here where I'm imagining he kisses her forehead and then he lays them down like to say goodbye, right? Which you can do with someone that you platonically care for. But I'm concerned that maybe some people will take that as shipping, and I don't want that to be the case. And I'm just wondering, like, is this a... I mean, everyone can take anything as shipping, or like if you really want it to be, then you can be. But that's not what I'm going for here personally. Just put a disclaimer in the bio in the description. I could do, but no one. So that's something that I've learned from being on YouTube is that nobody ever reads the description. Yeah, I don't know. Or especially like the people that I'm trying to avoid, people's comments that I'm trying to avoid, they wouldn't read the description. There's like a certain type of YouTube viewer that is very demanding and very not caring of you're just a product on screen for them. Everything is platonic, no shipping at the start of the video. Yeah. Part of me wonders if that's necessary because this is like a Scott Pearl soulmates kind of thing. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I'll think it over. But can I do we think that I'm okay with, like, even if I decide to not add the everything is platonic, no shipping, but I might actually add that at the beginning of the video. That's a good shout, Sam. But if I didn't, would this be terrible to leave this frame in? Because it's like, if it's someone you cared for, like, Cleo's like a sister, right? It's like a sibling to Scott. Remember, Etho once made a joke by putting in the bio, I wonder if anybody actually reads these. People in the comments like, I read bios. People will be people anyways. Yeah. I might put it at the end of the video. Because I don't, the thing is, right, here's my thought with putting it at the beginning of the video. I think it's a good shout, but I think if you were to kind of put it at the beginning of the video, it kind of puts into people's brains that this could be interpreted as shipping, and it gives people a different viewer experience. Does that make sense? It kind of already influences people's viewer experiences of what's happening. And so if I were to put it at the end of the video, it's been like, kind of like the people who may have picked up on this potentially being romantic are then like, oh, that's not how it's intended. Does that make sense? It's just something that I've kind of like been thinking about, because, you know, maybe I've been like, I'm still on the epic brain rot, shoot me, but I'm imagining like if Odysseus had like a quiet moment where he could say goodbye to Polites, he would totally have like picked his brother up, kissed his forehead, and laid him down to rest, right? Completely platonically. And though that's kind of like, yeah. But this fandom can have a lot of ship happy people. And I think it can make the content creators very uncomfortable. And so I don't want that to kind of be spread if it does. And I don't want that to be a thing in my animatics. Like, no judgment to anyone who does it. But I want like the content creators to be able to enjoy my animatics without feeling uncomfortable. Loving someone platonically is a thing, yeah. But it's one of those things where it's like my sexual brain is kind of like, you can kiss your homies goodnight. There's nothing behind that, right? I mean, showing affection is just human. And there's some ways that are seen more romantically, but like, content creators will probably feel the same. It's just family. Yeah. Because I don't, it's one of those things. It's something that I've thought about like a lot recently. Hello, my iPad's about to switch off. Why are you about to switch off? I'm clicking around on you. Hello? Why so dark? It's glitched out. Thank you. It's one of those things I want to like have like emotion between characters and have characters show that they care for each other. And it's just there might be some people that is just like any kind of like, they held hands, oh my gosh, it's a ship, because that's, for instance, like I apologize for this rant. This has just been on my brain, and I hope it's okay that I go on this rant. Oh my gosh, I don't understand the Photos app anymore. So like, there is so much shipping of the ranchers out there. They're like, I think one of the top ships, like other than Scar and Grian. And I was concerned when I drew this that people would think this is shipping. I don't know. But I want them to, you know, show that they're having fun, and like Jimmy's like got the horn, and he's so happy, and he's, you know, he's like dragging his friend along to kind of like sharing the joy, right? We know that Jimmy didn't. True. Touché. That is fair. He did watch it. Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah. I think I'm just like dug myself into a hole of overthinking things recently. As you do. As you do. Like most lifers will feel the same. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And I think generally like there's a very wide consensus of not making Scott straight in the live series, or not even making Scott bi. I think there's like this very strong, I don't think I've seen any like, I'm talking fics here because I don't usually look for fat. Like I come across fics a lot more often than I come across chipping fan art. So yeah, okay, cool. Right, next thing. Let's make Scott a bit messier then. That is also very quotable. I'm going to use this brush here. So this is going to be my main brush with like these kinds of things. And so I wonder if I just go over this with this other brush. Oh no, you know what? I should probably do like a sketch over this that is like a lot messier. So this is going to be a lot quicker. This is where we find out that I'm not actually that much, it's not going to be that much messier because I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to be messy. Because this is something like, I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to drawing. Not as much as other people. Like I don't do like a sketch and then line art on top. I do like a character like pose-ish drawing, and then on top of that I do the line art. So it's still a little bit messy. Because I just don't find like the process of doing very clean line art very satisfying. Actually, hold up. I have another brush. Where was it? No, drawing. No. Oh, I don't know. Was it dry ink? Yeah, this is really similar to the other one, but it's a little bit thicker. Don't redo any strokes. Take first one every time. That's a good idea. Sticks might look good in the shadows. Sticks. Is this a brush? I feel like I've heard of sticks before. Oh yeah, duh. Or a shading brush along with a normal one. Ooh, maybe that could be fun. Wolf paw, that's a really good idea. Trying to make a door in your drawing, but in the background, and I'm talking about shipping, and you didn't hear most of it. Just going along with my talking about shipping someone with the mail or something. Oh, I don't. It's like so. Shipping is a phenomenon where you put two people of a series together that aren't like canonically together, and you imagine them in a romantic relationship. Looks like Link from Legend of Zelda, without the hat and the contemporary clothes to me. Interesting, because I always see Martin as a Zelda character. I always see the way I draw Martin is very Link coded to me, because I always used to like when I started watching Martin, it was watching him play through Legend of Zelda. Like playthroughs. Dang it, there's Feed the Machine. For me, Martin's very Legend of Zelda. Yeah, Link. Martin is Link. But yes, let's try Sam's idea with don't redo any strokes. So let's get the dry ink, and I'm gonna actually add this one. Duplicate. I duplicate you. Find. Duplicate. Put you to go to brushes. Did that work? Did not. Self-made. Oh, I put it in self-made. Go to brushes. Cool. Let's put this further down. By sticks. No! Oh. Dang it. I'm trying my best with the brushes here. There we go. Sticks. There we go. Cool. Right, one line. One line. Is this a good size? I want it to be a bit bigger. Yeah, that's, I think, good. There we go. Oh, I undid. Oh, I shouldn't have undone. I said I wasn't gonna. I'm putting my other hand away. You are arrived. Welcome, Owen. Hello. And I think I'll make it like a bit more scratchy around some of the edges as well, like this. But I think I'm going to, you know, I will actually do that. Because then the next layer above this, like that, is. Maybe not. Back from quote unquote studying. Was it a case of trying your best to study but it wasn't working? Hi, it's Meanie. I feel those days. Those days are harsh. This is fun. But it does take quite a bit of focus, I will say. I think this is a really cool exercise of just letting loose. Head's killing you? No. What do you want from me? No, yes. Drink fluids and eat salty snacks. Yes. Maybe go outside and step in some sunshine if you can, or just get some fresh air, my dude. So that's like the next layer of chaos. I think we can overlay these so to add to the chaos. And now I'd like to use the sticks brush. And I'd like to use it here as well. But like I can totally see it like being used as a shading tool as well. I think it needs to be a bit lower so I can see what I'm doing here. So I'm tempted to actually add like white highlights to his eyes to kind of make it a bit more creepy. I need sleep and less screen time. Then I recommend sleep, my dude. I'd switch off screen and take some fresh air. That'll make you sleepy as well. But it's no good trying to study when you're tired. That looks like a mustache. Don't want mustache. Scott does not have a mustache. And this is the kind of style that I want the running sequence to have, like really scratchy. Like you almost can't see what's happening. Scott Jumbo, yes. Right, and now we've got the silhouette. Let's like mess up the silhouette a bit. Be a bit like outwards. Because he's also going to have like his floaty things, but I think I'll do them all like at the end for Scott. And now I'm going to do what probably will be the final layer. But I'm going to make it like bigger. And like make this really like very abstract. Bum ba bum bum bum. I think it would be really cool to have like these white eyes that kind of penetrate through the abstract. This might be too much, but I'm kind of interested see like where this goes if I really go like this direction of like really scratchy and out there, because this is so not my style. But I think it could be really fun. And so I'm gonna kind of like have some bits coming out here, and this is kind of like where it's supposed to like phase into kind of like a into the next frame, right? And then have like no, wrong one. This needs to go down in opacity. Like still kind of give an outline of the face, but like otherwise just filling out, just like it's scratchy, and it's kind of like the transition to the next frame. Does this make sense to anyone? Is it just me? Am I going crazy? Am I going mad? This is the art that you came for, right? Top quality. Right, now how I think this is going to work is kind of like... Let's see if this works. Something like that. Do you see the vision? I'm deranged. Do you see the vision? Maybe make it a bit quicker. Something like that. Do you see it? And then the running sequence is going to be like, I'd like it to be somewhere in between maybe this frame and this frame. Hold on, settings. Let's get rid of his onion skin frames. Make them less opaque. Something between this frame and this frame of like sketchy wise. So I want to use the sticks brush. I think it's going to be more like this frame. But I think it could go this frame every now and again. I may be mad, but this is not the evidence for it. You just shut down your phone or something. Have a good rest of the... That's a good idea, Ismini. You go rest, my dude. Rest your eyes. Look into the distance. Because that could be a rest for your eyes as well. You've probably been looking at a paper that's really close to you. Like, look really far away. And go out for a walk. Yeah. So, but do you see the vision? The artistic vision? Eat while watching a horror video. Okay. Yeah. I wonder, I know I promised this stream that we just start on the running sequence, but I think like this is what I was kind of wanting to, this is the concept that I wanted to test. That was more important to me. And instead of starting the running sequence now, I think I might call it there for the stream and then maybe like plan out in stick figures the running sequence, maybe with like video reference before we have a go at it. Because I think if I had if I had video reference, I could literally just trace over like reference images if I take them myself with like this really sketchy stuff, and I think that would maybe make it more readable if I actually took real life pictures. Because then the anatomy would be a lot more correct than what I usually allow it to be. But I think it's not worth starting that now, I'm going to be honest. So I think I'm going to follow you guys over here. And yeah, give it some more thought. I might have to kidnap my brother to be my model. Or ask him to film me for me to be his model. Something like that. Or ask Simon. We'll see. I'm excited. I'm excited. I think this was like a proof of concept that I needed. I think this will work. I'll have to listen through to it while with the songs, see if that also works. But yeah, we got it. We got it. Okay. Why was Scott so difficult to draw today? Oh gosh, sometimes there's just days like that, man. And today was one of those, man. Shouldn't have been so complicated, but we went on plenty of tangents on the side, so it's totally fine that we didn't get as much done today. But yeah, I think that'll be it. Just as your information, guys, the very next stream is going to be the start of Everlife, but it won't be this Thursday. It'll be Thursday in a week because I've got exams. I've got 2 exams in between now and the start of Everlife, and I thought I'm just going to have like a temporary hiatus of not streaming so that I can focus on my exams, and then we can come back with a bang of starting Everlife, which is a Last Life based series for the Everin community, with the Everin community, and we're all going to be streaming it. Not all of us, actually. Most of us, well, quite a few of us are going to be streaming it. Some of us will be recording it, and I hope to see you guys there. So that'll be the 29th of May. So in 11 days' time, we are going to do the Everlife series. And that's the next time that you'll see me on Twitch. And I hope that everyone who's also writing exams and ever in SMP. We have an ever in SMP. We already have it's called the Ever SMP. We have a Minecraft server, but this is a life series specific. But yeah. You're me watching evilly. I'll give more information closer to the day of who's streaming, who's recording, so that you can give all the support, because we're such a supportive community and I love it. And I hope this is going to be like an opportunity for some people who want to either get into streaming or like a bit smaller streamers, for them to also kind of get, you know, a bit of attention on them, and for us to just have fun together. I'm terrified, but also excited. Yeah. That's basically it. That's happening at normal stream time, 7 p.m. Central European time, on the 29th of May, Thursday. So if you want to be there, make sure you are. And I'll give more information on the Everin Discord. So if you're not part of the Discord yet, make sure you join. You missed the rest of the live? We're just heading off. There wasn't that much left. We did this guy. We did this mess up guy. But yeah, we're gonna leave it there for today, because otherwise we'd be starting something and probably not finishing it, so that's not worth it. But yeah, next time I'm gonna be live is Thursday in a week, 29th of May, where we start Everlife. Everlife. I am excited and terrified, but also excited. And I hope I'm not going to die the first session. I hope I'm not going to Red Life first session. I don't mind going out first, but if I'm like out in session 2, that would be sad. Anyway. Thank you guys for watching and hanging out. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for listening to my ramblings and my quote-unquote teach. Gotta be your canary. That'll be art of me as a canary if that's the case. But yeah. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, everybody. And I will see you in 1.5 weeks. Because we've got exams in between then. So that's what's going to happen. All the best to people writing exams now or studying for them. You got this. I believe in you. We all in the same boat here. Yeah. I'll see you guys around. All that's left for me to do is to send you off into the void that is the internet. I will see you guys on the 29th of May.